when they're finished, Tyson Goldsack will walk over to the camera and we'll have a chat to him.
That's fantastic. What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to Frank's 500th.
I'm not going to lie, there's someone here.
In the New South Wales Premier Division.
I didn't know who he was.
On Saturday afternoon, a gentleman who began his umpiring career in 1978, who's now 52, will umpire his 500th match.
Bloody old bastard, have a look at him.
Imagine how many people have called him that across so many years. Frank Kalayzich. And Frank is with us on AFL 360. Frank, congratulations and welcome.
Thanks, Gerard.
I'm only joking there, Frank.
By your side, Ray Chamberlain. Is it true, Frank, that in all that you have gifted to football, you are responsible for Ray?
Well, I can't, not everything about Ray, but certainly maybe at the start, a few things.
And there's a lovely touch here, Robbo, as Ray is going to stay in Sydney after doing Friday night footy and umpire with Frank. And so too, Hayden Kennedy is going to be the third in the trio because he was doing VFL reserves with you, Frank, when he was starting out.
That's correct.
Oh, that's beautiful, Ray. This is great.
Great gesture.
No, it's fantastic. And look, both Hayden and I are pretty excited about it. Hayden's been training with the AFL umpires senior list now for the last 6 weeks, just getting himself cherry ripe. Apparently 495 AFL senior games wasn't enough preparation. The boys reckon that he'll get to the 7-minute mark of the first quarter and he'll done a calf or a hamstring, so we'll see how that goes. But no, we're really excited that New South Wales AFL, Sydney AFL, have afforded us that opportunity, and to get back and umpire with Frank, who's done so much for so many people in that region for such a long time, which is where I grew up, it'll be a highlight. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Frank, how many rule changes have you adjudicated through?
Quite a few, Robbo.
Did they filter down? How long do they do? But how long do they filter down, you reckon?
2 or 3 weeks.
Yep.
Yeah.
For example, the driving
So
with
the driving,
yeah.
This week, we were given instruction last night, and this is the process, and we're implementing this weekend. So I'm probably pretty lucky this weekend that the 2 guys that I'm running with have been, well, it's been in their headspace for quite a few weeks.
Good. Tell us about yourself. Where'd you grow up? And did you play? Or?
Yes, I did play. I'm a North Shore junior. Yep. I grew up in Manly. Lived there for the first 30 years of my life until...
Hang on, that photo there, sorry, was that of you playing or of you...
That's me umpiring.
Oh, umpiring. Yeah. Have you got any action shots of you playing?
No, they didn't ask for any.
So we got photos of you umpiring. That's terrific. Anyway, back to where you are.
Yes, I'm just from Manly and just grew up in the area, and actually got into umpiring because of a Christian brother that was from Melbourne that taught at the school, and that's where the journey started when I was 15 years old.
Why do you do it, Frank? Why have you done it for so long?
I think it's just the love of the game, and the years go by very quickly. And during the 80s when I was doing some VFL, just that maybe that ambition of making it. And I had eight years there, and I thought, well, I'm still going because I still enjoy it, and it's a great way of keeping fit and being involved.
I was just looking at the photos there. I missed what you answered. You coach reserves, VFL reserves, did you say that?
No, I umpired.
Oh, sorry, you umpired.
Yeah, VFL reserves.
Did you get a crack at the seniors?
No, I did. I had a NAB Cup game in '91 with John Russo, but
made too many mistakes. What happened?
I should have bounced the ball a bit straighter. That was probably the biggest.
So that seriously. So
yeah.
You thought you had a pretty good knack on the nuances and footy because you love footy and you understand footy. But you had trouble bouncing the ball.
I did. I struggled with consistency on a week-to-week basis.
That's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's ridiculous that you understand footy and you're good enough to coach 500 games, but because... because you couldn't bounce the ball, you're out. That's just ridiculous.
Well, yeah, and that's the one thing that saved me, because in the community league, we can throw the ball up. The bouncing's not a priority. It's only the career pathway umpires that need to bounce.
What's been the biggest problem for you with umpiring?
The biggest problem?
Yeah.
I've never seen it as I think early in your career, it's difficult, but as you get to know players, and it's a bit like teaching. Like I teach kids that as soon as you get to know them, the players, it's a lot easier. And I think umpiring is exactly the same. It's about relationships.
Ray, what did Frank mean to you when you were coming through?
I just left home for the first time. I moved to Sydney. I didn't know anybody. And Frank was brilliant. He taught me hard work, so I thought I knew what a pre-season was. I had no idea. He'd flogged me for an hour and a half around the bays and in the pool. Frank taught me to respect the game. He also taught me that you need to have very high standards, and he taught me, and through his actions, to never lose the back of your mates. Frank's a wicked bloke like that, and I'm very grateful that I've met him and he's been in my life.
It'll be fantastic. It's a great gesture by everybody involved. Frank, thanks for coming down and sharing
one
with
last
us.
question.
Okay.
Did you teach Ray how to bounce?
No.
No.
So when
No, he taught me how to run.
when the Manly Giants host the East Coast Eagles this weekend, which is the match of the season so far in the New South Wales Premier Division, it'll be your milestone. Ray will be there, and Hayden will just cross our fingers and see how much he gets through.
Enjoy it,
Frank.
Thank you.
Great stuff.
Thank you.
Frank Kalayzich. That's a great story.
That is a great
for you.
story.
All right, the agenda very much rests in what's going to happen tomorrow night in the West, where